software. The third is called as a network. The fourth is called as a database. But whenever we ask you the question, say that, what do you mean by computer? You people are going to say a computer is an electronic machine which is designed to take the input from the user and process it and gives you the output. What it takes the input, what it processes, and what is going to give the output, right? The thing what the system, the user is going to feed is what it takes the input. What the user has been given an input, so that is going to be processed. Processed in the sense it is again, the user is designed already that this has to be processed in this way. And what do you mean by output? The exact expected result, right? But in the process of input, process, and output, what exactly things are needed? When we say, I said that in a computer, we are always considered as a software and hardware. But let me speak, it's not just a software and hardware. There are other two important things are there, which we call them as a network and database. If the network and databases are nowhere today, let me say you, it's purely an individual machine. It lies. Why? Let me say, if a computer in the form of a hardware, a one monitor, one CPU, one keyboard, and one mouse, right? Or you can say a printer, or you can say joystick, or you can say something, everything. Fine. Now, when we have all these devices, we can touch and feel. So this is the definition of hardware, right? Then what do you mean by software? We call it as a set of instructions. Means when we are into the program, then only we can understand what exactly the instructions means. And instructions means that we are going to write a set of statement. Means we are going to plan that how many set of statements are required to write to have a sort of execution. Means some task is given to you. When a certain task is given to you, and that task you people cannot execute it all at a time, you are going to make phase by phase. For example, I am expecting something, you people to need to search some element. Example, there is a list of some 10 numbers. Among the 10 numbers, I want one number to be searched. And you need to say that whether the searched element is available or not. See, watch my question. Whether the element is available or not. I'm not saying that where is it available, how many times they are available. No, I'm asking you whether it is available or not. Means I'm giving you a particular statement saying that search an element throughout the list. This is what exactly the list is what given by you, and you have written logic, and that logic is going to write some statement called as an if statement, so that to check it for every iteration, and then finally come out with a result whether it is found or not. Means if you need to do all these things, we need to write some set of statements. We call this as in general words as instructions. Okay, when we call these as a set of instructions, and that instructions are put together into a number of pages called model, number of models is called one software. And this group of softwares are put together, they become one operating system, either like Windows or Unix or Linux or any sort of a tool. Yes. So a software is something that which we can't touch and feel. Hardware is which we can touch and feel. But when we combine the software and hardware together, that becomes computer. Okay, but let me say you, a computer machine today, it is something called as, if it is combined with only hardware and software, and I can call it is something a disability. Yeah, why so? See, I'll just say there's a one, and the inherited product of computer is what we call it as a mobile phones today, right? Okay, now let me say, can you just imagine a mobile phone without a SIM card? Can you imagine?
No, sir.
Can you use mobile phone without SIM card? Not possible, right? Okay, imagine, can you use a hardware, a very high configured hardware with a full-fledged new version of a software with a 4G or the next upcoming 5G network technology, but no storage in it? Can you just imagine how it will be used? Isn't it not? Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say here. So let me say you, The one hardware is more important, where the software is also an important. In the meantime, network is pretty much important, including the storage. Today, why I'm trying to speak about the storage is the storage is something. What something? See, I'll take a content called as a database. See, database is today everywhere. There is some concept to introduce about the database is that one question comes, who use the database? Who use the database? Everybody use the database. In real time, we people use a database, real time. How? For example, when you are in home, your parent says that please you go to a particular shop and get certain sort of a grocery. What do? If your mom says that I wanted to get only one item, you remember, not a problem. Okay, then again, your mom adds one more item to you, added item to the list. Then again say that, okay, mom, I'll get it. Next, third item, fourth item. When some items got crossed more than 5 or 6, something like that, you say, just wait, I'll take a piece of paper and start writing the list of items there. And now you say me, what are the items, what are the quantities, and in which shops, what should I get it? And you can even give me an order also. I just make it on the list. So what do? When something is not possible to remember in your minds, then what do? You are going to take some alternative source or alternative material. So there you start feeding it. When you start feeding it, it's again, there is a science. What? You are not going to write the items one after the one by the next by the next by adding some comma there. What do? You are going to write the items one below the another. This is a standard. Who taught you? Nobody thought. It is something, it has become some common sense for us. Isn't it not? So the database is something this. In real time, what I use a piece of paper, in technology, that is something called as a cookies. Not cookies are not the biscuits. The cookies are something that where the computer is using it to remember the things what you people are going to give it every time. Right? There is a lot of things are there to discuss on all these things. But of course, I don't want to take it complete depth on the first day itself. Okay, just I'm trying to give you the glance of the computer science, where exactly, how exactly it is being used, and in the field also. Okay, in that, again, I'll take you people from the complete surround and coming back to your subject, where exactly we need to start and how we are going to go through about all these things. See, because always what I believe is, first we need to know what exactly we are learning. And when we are not going to understand the importance of the subject, what we are learning, then ultimately that looks something dry. And it doesn't get much interested. See, today we don't need to teach anybody how to use mobile phone. What is the importance of mobile phone? Everybody knows that. But what exactly the technology is making that? And how you can be part of, not user, how you can be part of a developer is what the things we need to expect from the computer science students. Because you see, there are different streams are there where there is no subject computer science that has been important. But those people also use a technology, but you people use a technology. But what makes the difference of you with them? There should be a difference, right? So what type of difference? Because always you should have something the depth knowledge than them. What depth knowledge? Said, na? See, they know what exactly hardware, what exactly software, but they don't know what exactly the importance of network and importance of database. Of course, they know what a network in the sense, yeah, it is 2G, it's a 3G, it's a 4G. In 4G, the network internet speed is fast, and in the 3G, the internet speed is a bit slow. And when it comes to 2G, the network speed is too low. And they know WhatsApp, they know Facebook, they know something. But what you know, you should know something more about it. Okay, so that's our interest, and that should be your interest also. Okay, I hope you people are understanding it, right? What I'm trying to say. Are you people getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it harder than what I'm trying to convey?
No, sir.
Okay, then fine. Okay. At any point of time, if you feel harder, just you can ping me up, no problem. So that I'm going to you and respond it to you peoples. Clear? Okay, that is one. Now, I said, yeah, importance of the database, right? So the database is in real time. If people are using a piece of paper, that is what in technology called as cookies. But the cookies itself is not a full-fledged tool. that we are using in the system. No, we are using a different set of tools previously. Okay, let me come. There is one concept for this year called as files. In Python, there is something called as files. Okay, what is the importance of files? The files are actually the medium of storage. See, believe it or not, today we say that we play song, we play video, we play game, we are going to look at an image, we are going to write a document, we create a PDF, we do different lot of things, right? But all these things are what? They are the storage of data. Literally, they are the storage of data. Why they are the storage of data? Yes, there is no other container for us, See, because previously there was some type of a devices called as a music players. We called as some CD players or some movie VCRs or something like that. There, the medium of storage was only one thing. For example, if I wanted to play the movie, I wanted to put some cassette into the movie. I mean, VCRs or movie players. So there only we can play the movie, but not the songs. But when we need to play the songs, then I wanted to play some cassettes, the reel-based cassettes. So there only we can able to listen to the songs, but not the video. But later some technology came such that we can play the audio and video as usual, both. Yes, the facility was there. But in the meantime, what we need to understand is, now, when you are going to use the songs and the movies in the system, you don't treat them as a songs. You don't treat them as a video. You are going to treat them as a file. Why? Images are the file. Audio is a file. Video is a file. The document is a file. All these things. But let me say you, the data are of primarily 5 types. Hope you remember this. Pretty much important. Okay, na? And here I'm trying to transfer some general knowledge about a computer science to you peoples. I'm not getting into the subject just now. Okay, na? I'm not getting into subject today. I'm just making a glance. I'm creating a platform so that let's work on the platform so that it goes much easier. And I'll challenge you people that your computer science subject is going to be easier than any other subject. Only one thing you should have is interest. That's it. If you have it, I'll promise you. That's one. Okay, fine. As I was speaking about the concept of a file. Okay, na? So when you people are going to take an audio or video or any sort of a thing, so there you are going to store it as a content. Okay, why are you going to store it as a content? Because every programming languages has a facility of what? Whatever the program you people are going to write, whatever the inputs you are going to provide, what the process it is being done, what the output you got it, that output is being displayed on a monitor, for a certain period of time. We call them as a primary memory or called as a temporary, or even we call it as volatile memory, right? But this primary volatile memory can also be converted into secondary, means store the data into permanent storage. Now, called as hard disk, called as floppy disk, called as many other devices. Now say me, now all these devices stores the data in the form of what? In the form of files only. No matter how lengthy they are. No matter how lengthy they are the files. Clear? Okay. So now, when I say about the files, these files are stored. Yes. Of course, we make a category, but these files are stored in the format of maximum 5 things. As I said, na? Okay, what are these 5 things? Your data is stored in the form of a text. First, your data is stored in the form of an image. Your data is stored in the form of an audio. Your data is stored in the form of a video. Your data is stored in the form of an animation or something called as virtual reality. We call it as virtual reality. Now let's say these 5 things are combined together as become multimedia. We call this as multimedia. This multimedia itself is what today the entire industry is using. And certain industry is using as one part of a content. But let me say you, the entire, all these things are put together, and in adding the things to the communication has become an information technology. Has become an information technology. What is that? Again, I'll come to you that. The first said, na, what are the 5 terms? Text, audio, video, image, animation. Combine these 5 is called multimedia. This multimedia is controlled by system, but that system need to be handled by some softwares. That softwares are written by programming languages. That systems are written by that softwares are written by some programming languages. Now, what is the importance of programming languages over computers? Is a question. Yeah, it's so simple. Because of the programming languages only, we are able to develop some softwares. Okay, that softwares are few are application software, few are system software. But the trend is in application software. See, the system softwares are in just a minimum counts. But when it comes to the application software, they are in millions, billions also. If you are good at programming language, even you can be part of developing one application. See, it is not said that the applications can be developed only by a company. No, it can be developed with a group of people, or it can be developed with an individual person also. How it is possible? Yeah, how it is possible? You will answer only when you have a knowledge about that. See, just imagine, it's a computer science is a such subject is such a beauty that the fellow who comes at the initially who don't know what exactly computer is, and that fellow can be a master. How? When they have an interest in it. That is. And today you go to any part of the industry, the computer is going to lead anyways, isn't it not? Okay. So like whether it is a biology, whether it is an engineering, or whether it is any stream, you say that. See, everywhere computers has its own importance. Okay. Among that, like what is that you people are going to get benefit from computer science, or with the concepts of computer science for you in this complete year? So here, the syllabus is being designed in such a way that it's really a beautiful way that you are going to learn the things about programming, the first thing. The second thing, you are going to learn about networks, which I said that is pretty much important. The third one, as I already said, database. You are going to learn as a tool. So there are 2 tools which you are going to have a knowledge, practical knowledge. One is programming, the other one is database. How about networking? The networking, you'll be having some theoretical knowledge on that. Then how come the practical knowledge you're supposed to get it so that you're going to get it advanced into your next upcoming educational streams, or your academics in the further academics here. Okay, so here you are going to know about the importance of what I can able to learn as a software. Okay, then when it comes to the 4 types, I said hardware, software, network, and database. Among these 3 things are covered. So then what about the hardware then? Already people have gone through, but of course you did not know about it. The last year, you had a concept called as binary system. You know that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the binary system, you people have converted from one number to another number, another to some other, right? Okay. There are how many types of number systems are there actually? How many types of number systems are there?
2, sir.
2. Is that really?
5, sir.
5. Oh, nice. Yeah, please. See, no problem. See, and one thing, yeah. Just it's a time that I wanted to. What is this? 8. Okay, good. Okay, let me say you can answer the question, and here You need not to get worried about like, okay, if I say wrong, what happens? If I say right, whatever. Nothing. There is no criticism here. It's purely a concept of exchanging an information from you to me and me to you people. That's it here. Okay, be clear about that. So no matter, it's wrong. If it is wrong, you're wrong. Then I'll correct it here, whatever I know. But sometimes I might be making something wrong mistakes. So you people can give me an idea so that I can able to go through about it and I can able to accept it. So be clear to answer. See, there are two people will be there who can answer. The one who can dare that whether it is right or wrong, they are going to answer the one. And the other peoples who always find out the right one and they are going to answer. But a few people who are going to be lazy enough that they don't answer. But let me say you, don't be lazy enough. See, because let's make use. Always there is something that which we are going to work very well when we are into communication. This is what we actually learn in English too, right? Okay. So communication is one best part of the things. And now, see, you know what? You take any topic, I'll take you people to the computer again here. So now I was speaking about the computer, I mean communication, right? The communication is a main part of the computer science. You know, we call this as information technology. We call this as information technology. Today, the information technology has been broad in a larger way. Why? That is only because of the network. Think, I have got a high processor with a high software with 2G network. Just imagine what would be the communication. See, today the 4G has been successful so far because it has got some of the extensive feature called as a video communication or virtual communications, right? When this virtual communications, if it was not been happening, then ultimately our communication technology was not been that high. Okay, so believe it or not, today the hardware and softwares are being in a boom for the, as a business point of view, only because they are spending more on networks only. Because as the network speed is more, then ultimately the quality of a hardware, the quality of software will get increased. Okay, on that basis, then ultimately the soul of this, all these things is database. And how? Everything you are going to learn. I think that you people are going to learn SQL, structured query language, as a basics, that how I can create my own database and how can I store the data into the database and how can I fetch the data from the database. And literally, you know what, one interesting thing is you are going to learn how exactly the database is being linked to the website or web application. Yeah, so even that tool we have a facility over there, and possibly if everything works, I'll try to just show you everything step by step. Hopefully that you people can try it in your homes literally. And if everything works, you will develop one small application of your own by end of this academic. We can do that. Okay, so that. And how and all, you will get to know, not at the end, you will get to know day by day, for sure. Okay, so that. Fine. I was taking something you people about number system, right? That was 4 number systems exactly. Okay, not 8, not something, the numbers you said 2 or something. Okay, let me say you binary number system, octal number system, decimal number system, hexadecimal number system. But among that, there is a one we call it as a decimal number system, which is also called as high level language. But a machine is going to understand low level language, which is called binary system. Then how about the octal and how about hexadecimal? See, the octal number we know the series from 0 to 7 and binary from 0 and 1, decimal from 0 to 9, hexadecimal from 0 to where? 0 to ABCD, that's it.
0 to 16.
0 to, not 16, just check it out.
So 0 to 6, they all
Yeah,
can 6.
yes, up to 15. Up to 15, yeah. Proceeds up to 15. 0 to 15, which means 0 to 9, A to F. Okay. And now It's so easy. We have understood that, okay, decimal number system is high level language, binary system is low level language. Then why the hell is required this octal and hexadecimal? What is the importance of these two number system? Yeah, come on. What is the importance of that? Said na, no worries. Whether it is right or wrong, it's time to communicate. Seriously, it's time to communicate. Yeah.
Sir, maybe the others will be complicated, sir, and this may be user friendly.
Is it so? No, no, no. I will give a clarity about it. Sir, for converting high level to low level. Okay. Let me say you. No, need not worry. See, you said that binary is a low level, decimal is high level. Okay. So when it comes to the octal is used for memory management. Octal is used for memory management. You can ask me, sir, how? Let me give a clarity. Of course, I don't take it much depth. See, we know we measure our data in the form of kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, and terabytes, something, right? Okay. So initially, what is the basic unit of memory? Basic unit of memory. Bit. Okay. Then how many bits is equals to 1 byte? Exactly. This is a start, right? See, when we wanted to take the concept of the octal, it is going to take you peoples to this thing, what we call it as generations of computers, where the first generation of computer, we use it as vacuum tubes. The vacuum tubes were again converted into transistors, the transistors into what we call it as integrated circuits into form of microprocessors into the artificial intelligence. It's a concept. Okay. So when the things are being taken into the next level, the initially data transmission, I said memory. The memory and the data is also almost supposed to be the same siblings. Okay. So when we say the data is transmitted, the data is going to transmit in two methods. The one we are going to call it as serial, other one is parallel. The serial in the sense data transmits bit by bit, where the parallel data transmits byte by byte. Okay, means the 8 bits is sent at a time, where the 8 bits is going to receive simultaneously. So this is where the concept of exchange called parallel. But when it comes to bit, each bit means one part of the 8 things is going to transmit bit by bit. This is going to take place. Okay, so in this sense, there is one more thing. We know about a bit, we know about a byte. We know later we gone through with the kilobytes, megabyte, gigabytes, and all these things. But there is one more between bit and byte. You know what? There is one more unit between bit and byte. What is that? Anybody? Yeah, let me say you. There is something called nibble. N-I-B-B-L-E. There's something called nibble. What is this nibble? See, one bit, either it is 0 or 1. The series of 8 bits, collective set of zeros and ones, right? We call them as 8-bit is equals to byte. But a nibble is a combination of 4 bits. Combination of 4 bits. What is this 4 bits? Yeah, the 4 bits is called nibble, N-I-B-B-L-E. Why do we require this 4 bits? As I said, parallel. Data is transmitted parallelly. How? Among the line of 8 bits, the 4 bits is sent, the 4 bits is received simultaneously. which that becomes two-way communication. For example, some traffic polices are supposed to use this walkie-talkies, right? The walkie-talkie concept. The walkie-talkies are the certain type of devices they use called as a parallel 8 bits to 8 bits. So that is why always they say that whenever one person speaks, the other person said the person is going to end up his communication saying that it's over. Once he completes his communication, the other person starts speaking. And when he says over, he is going to continue the either version, right? So this is what we call them as a unidirection. Means one should complete the traffic, only then the other person can speak. This is a parallel way. But today in the mobile communication, no such. Both peoples are going to speak at a time. And this can be a reason to the part of a quarreling too, right? Okay, because the other person don't listen to you and you couldn't listen to somebody. So the communication goes on. Because, of course, the technology made the benefit of that 4 can be sent, 4 can be received simultaneously. This is supposed to be called as bidirectional. When one sent and later the after we sent is what? Unidirectional. Unidirection is what? Data is sent at one side and then the data is received by the another side. Okay. But when it comes to bidirection, both the transmission will take place at a time. This can happen with what? Totally, this is called bits, but each one is called nibbles. Clear? Okay. So this exactly where the octal comes. Exactly where octal comes. Okay. Then how about hexadecimal, sir? Somehow we convinced with binary, we convinced with decimal, we convinced with octal. How about hexadecimal then? The hexadecimal is all about memory management. Bit difference, right? Octal deals with memory. Hexadecimal deals with memory management. What is this memory and memory management? Memory is all about the storing. There has some basic operations, you know. What? I can store the data. I can read the data. I can update the data. And I can share the data. I can delete the data. There is some particular basic operations are there. The data can be performed only these operations, but nothing can be done else. Okay. But when it comes to memory management, there is something called memory allocation and deallocation system. Allocation and deallocation system. Don't worry, we are going depth into that concepts in the next upcoming classes. There you'll get to know. For example, I'll make very simple idea for that. Now, I will create one variable. I want to store a value. That is called something A or B or C or something, some variable holding some value of 10 or 20 or 30. Okay. But where is that some number called as A is equals to 20? Where does the 20 store?
In A.
Where did the 20 store? Sorry?
In A, sir.
In A. Where did the A stored? Where did the A stored? Sorry? In secondary memory. No. Let's make it clear. It is not going to get into secondary memory. Okay, na? It is not going to get into secondary memory unless user permits. That is why it is called a non-volatile memory. Non-volatile memory. Okay. So now coming to the point, 20 stored in A has stored literally into some memory space. That memory space has an address. That memory space has an address. And that address will be handled by hexadecimal. That address will be handled by hexadecimal. Okay. Now, I'll give one small clarification in real-time example. Now, you people are going to make some reservations. The reservation in the sense said, na, you are a person who wants to book a particular seat for a particular bus for a particular date for a particular number. Okay, right? So when you want to do that, when a particular seat is being booked for a particular person, will that seat will be allocated to somebody else? No. No. Why? Because This is how exactly called memory management. This is how we exactly called memory management. The memory effective management is that it always identifies whether it is allocated or deallocated. If it is being allocated, then that can be deallocated only by the request of what the thing is being allocated. If all this thing needs to handle it, of course you have got different tools, but that tools specifically tries with the hexadecimal. Hexadecimal. And even our IP addresses in network that is going to use IPv6, what we say the standard, this is also using the concept of hexadecimals. And don't forget, whenever you are going to browse something, the pages on your internet through the browser, you try to open any of the website, not the main page, go into some sub pages, then go with the address bar. You are about to see bunch something, a complete lengthier line which combines with the alphabets and numbers and different set of things. Yes. What is that? The URLs. It is again encoded with the concept of hexadecimal. Okay. See, that is why there is nothing meaningless what you people are going to learn. But only thing, you need to know 3 questions. This is my standard way of teaching. Don't forget 3 words. This 3 words, not for computer science, not for physics, not for chemistry, not for biology, but let me say you, even for your life science also. But currently, let's apply these 3 questions for computer science, as because we are teaching that and you people are listening to that. What are those 3 questions? Very simple questions. What is that? Second question, don't forget, why is that? The third question, how is that? Simple, na? I'm not teaching you English. Said 3 simple words. What is that? You will know the definition of any concept you are learning. Yes. Apply the question for computer. You will know what is that. And what is the importance of that? The answer is why. Why? Because when you don't know why you people are learning about it, then what is the use of it? So that is why. When you have the question of the first and second, when you have the answers for the first and second, then ultimately something creates an interest in you to know how does that works. How does that works? So here we come up with the 3 questions. What is that? Why is that? And how is that? Now the same question, I'm trying to apply this thing even for the program also. Everything we teach, every topic, for example, I'll say, what is variable? Definition of variable. Why is variable? Importance of variable. The third one, how to use a variable. How to initialize, how to read it, how to manipulate it, and how to print it. Everything. That's the importance of variable. Now leave the variable. Now there is something called as a list. What is list? Why does the list? And what is the importance of the list, and how we can use a list in how many ways? What is the difference between a list and a tuple? What is the use of the file? Why the uses of the files are required, and how to work on it? Apply these 3 questions and see the wonders of what it can give it to you peoples. This gives you a knowledge. Just 3. WWH, not www. Okay, the www takes you the URL for an internet, but WWH for the knowledge. What is that? Why is that? How is that? Okay, so now you should have this question, and not only having this question, you can ask me such questions from your side to me. Possibly I'll give the clarifications for you. That's a promise. If in one session, if I did not convince you people, in the next session, I'm going to convince you people for sure. In what way? Until the way you people can try to develop something, if you are interested. That's my promise. Okay, so just I have taken an outline of what all the things need to know as a general knowledge. There's nothing else I've gone through. From the next upcoming sessions, what we do is that we'll go through the syllabus, and in the syllabus, let's get into the every micro level. The micro level in the sense, I can try maximum to convince you people so that the importance of that and all these things. But in the meantime, what
Guys, please stay connected. Stay connected. Side will be back. One moment.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Uh, hmm. Yeah, just I want to repeat, right? No. Just I was actually expecting the response from you people. Is that okay? What is that you people? I mean, did you people understand what I was trying to explain today, or any sort of doubts you people have it, or if you feel that it's something harder in communication or whatever? So just I wanted to know, because everything should be completely planned from the next upcoming sessions. So that's why. It's about me in the sense I don't follow any particular sort of material, because I just go with the content, and possibly I'll try to get a depth content of it, and possibly you people are going to refer to your CBSE material, right? So that from my point of view, just I'll refer to as a, I mean, I'll refer the CBSE material as what the content to be teach it to you, but the way depth I'll try to get into it. That's one. Yeah, NCERT is enough. It's enough. Not a problem. See, whatever I'm trying to convey the
11th coding.
Sorry?
11th coding program is important for 12th, sir. Basis of 11th.
11th programming? I didn't get you, sorry.
Sir, no, sir. For 11th programming, we don't know, sir. Is that important for 12th programming, sir?
Yeah, literally. Let me say, you see, they are the actual basics you people have gone through, and now you people are going to take the continuity of that.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry, yeah?
Sir, for J4 class, we didn't have complete computer science, sir.
No problem. See, you know what? Because I don't know, like I can't expect that all the students will have the same set of knowledge. So then whatever the things I wanted to give a new set of instructions that I can able to give it to you people. So don't worry. If you have some missing content from the last, we will cover it. That's what I said. Na? At a particular point of topic, you raise a question and let's focus on that topic. So then you people are going to get knowledge on that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine then. Okay. So how about you people? Easily understandable what the things I'm trying to convey? Okay. Anything else need to change?
Not required, sir.
Not required. Okay then. Okay, in the meantime, now you can ask me that, sir, how is that you people are going to teach everyday session? Don't worry, I'm trying to use some PPTs, an effective way of teaching, in which I can create some graphics for you peoples, and which can easily convince and fix these things into your mind. And as well, I'm going to use some console to share the screen, so that we are going to write a program on the screen itself, and possibly I'm going to give you some sort of an assignments which is going to be about a particular topics of what we have discussed too, so that which will make you people keep in touch of the subject. That so in both way, let's coordinate together and make the subject easier. Okay, let's do that. That's the one from my side. The rest of the things, and we'll okay, and the rest of the next thing is from tomorrow on what the schedule timings they are going to schedule it. By the time we shall log in and we are going to continue with the particular topics. Okay, na? So that is one. And rest of the things, you people communicate with your faculties over there. Okay, what anything needs to make a modification on all, so that we will check it out. Clear? Shall we end up a session for today? Sir, we want to make a notes question better. And one thing I would suggest is make a running notes such that you need not to make a complete clear notes for you people. But don't forget what the notes you are going to maintain, that should be your reference book. On one particular day when you are into an examination time, at that time that book should be helpful such that you should be not in much descriptive. You should not have much descriptive. You should have better skills in communication, better skills in writing, and making it shorten. What for? For reference, you should make it shorten, but in examination time, you should have detailed explanation. That's part of content writing. Clear? Okay, so that. Anything else?
Sir, can we get your contact number, sir?
Yeah, like already, if you are in a group, already my number is been got into the group, okay, with the name Sandeep, so that you people can take it up, please.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, then, yeah. Next. Any questions?
Sir, what about book, sir?
It's about a book, I said, right? You people can refer to NCERT, and I'll do one thing. Impossibly, I'll try to have some sort of collections on that. If I have that some set of collections, I'm going to share it to you people also. You can have a reference. Okay, because maximum I can share some soft copies to you peoples. You can use it, and possibly I'm going to share even whatever the PPTs, I'm going to present it to you on the screen, right? And even that I'm going to share it to you. You people can use it. Is that enough?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Still. Okay, then let's end up a session for today. And as the class will be scheduled from tomorrow. So then we'll get logged in and we'll go through the topics. Clear? Okay. See you.